So there's something I would like to play with today, which feels to me like I haven't practiced this for quite some time now. And I'd love to come back to it because it's fun. I've always really enjoyed it. And I also find it very useful as a practice tool for maybe like a precursor practice for the choosing step in FACT. And this tool I want to play with is called the choice map. So what makes it so difficult for us to make a choice, to know what we want? Well, part of it is we make choices based on our inner experience, what we notice inside of our bodies, our thoughts, and that might be quite complex. Depending on the decision, there might be quite a lot of information that's available to us. And it's difficult sometimes to find the right decoding mechanism almost to your inner experience. So if we take something very simple, we recognize when we're thirsty, for example, and need to take a drink, and we do that, an easy enough decision to make. And it's also a decision that we make automatically. We don't really need to think about that. We're so familiar with the body sensations that go along with being thirsty that we just do it. But if we want to make a more complex decision, for example, buying a car or getting married, really big decisions, there's lots of stuff that we might need to discern. And also, we often make choices when we're in company with other people. So compromise and agreement becomes a factor for making a choice. So in this sense, what we want is not really such an individual choice anymore, and it's not really that internal. It becomes a little bit more externalized and sometimes even completely delegated to somebody else. So that's why it's quite difficult to really know how to read our own bodies when making a decision. And now the choice map is a tool that helps you explore your inner world of body experiences when deciding what you want. How do I know what I want? What does it feel like in my body when I want something? What are the body sensations guiding me? So my little experiment today is the choice map is really designed to be used between facilitator and explorer. And of course, that's because of our setting here, not really possible. But I have used the choice map with a lot of fun by myself before. So I took myself through the steps I will guide you through in a minute. And then instead of communicating with my facilitator, I would take some notes, maybe draw something, maybe practice some matching, or do some more extensive journaling, and that takes over the part of the learning process. So I would invite you to use it like this today. So I'd like to start with a little experience, and I will guide you through this, and I will ask you to use your voice. So I will ask you to say certain things out loud, and I will also ask you to play with your voice a little bit at some stage. And I would really love if you would go for it and really allow yourself to experience this fully. Remember, nobody can see you or hear you here, nothing's recorded. And hopefully the setting where you are while you're watching this allows for this as well. So let's try this. So make yourself comfortable in your chair. And if that feels okay, close your eyes and keep them closed throughout the whole experience. And let's begin with the first round. So I would like you to say out loud, I want. And then I will pause for 15 to 20 seconds, maybe 10 to 15 seconds, let's say. And then I would like you to turn your attention inwards and notice whether you have any thoughts, any images, any body sensations, anything arise from your body, from within yourself. And then you repeat, you say again, I want. And we pause. And again, you notice what's going on inside of yourself. And in total, we do this 3 times. So 3 times we say, I want, notice internal experience, and do it again. And for this round, I will say the I want for you, with you, to just give you a little bit of guidance. Okay, so let's start. I want. I want. I want. Okay, that was round 1. And now we repeat this in round 2. Again, we say I want out loud 3 times with a pause in between. And now I would like you to, while you're noticing what is happening inside of yourself, report that out loud. Just say what's going on. So, for example, you might say, I feel a twitch in my left eye. Just say that out loud and notice if you have more than one internal response. So, for example, you might say, I'm noticing a twitch in my left eye. And then a memory comes up. I can see an image of my grandmother playing the piano. And then I hear her clearing her throat. Just accompany your process like that. Just say out loud what you notice. Okay. And this time, I will only say the first I want, because you might have different times in between. But I'll give you a little bit more time this time, that you have enough time to report what you're experiencing. Okay, let's go. I want. Okay. And in the last round, round number 3, I would like you to do the same thing again. Say, I want 3 times with a pause in between. Notice your internal experience. Report out loud what you're experiencing. And now, in addition to that, I would like you to say the I want in a way that you play with your voice. You might try different vocal tones and maybe some different intensities. For example, you might say, I want, really righteously, or you might say it really empathetically, or you could say it in a whining whisper. You could say, I want, something like that. And really try to just enjoy that, really go for it. And you might notice that you have a little judgmental voice coming up in the back of your head that says something like, oh, this is really silly. I can't be asked for this. It's a waste of time. Why am I doing this? And I would invite you to, if you have that, report that as well. Okay, just let yourself flow with that. That would be really nice. So, and I'll say, no, I won't say the first I want, because I want you to play with it the way you want to. I'll just say, let's go. And then I'll give you the same time as last time. Let's go. Okay. So I hope that worked with the pauses. Welcome back. Yeah, and as I mentioned before, I would like to invite you to now take some notes on what that experience was like for you. Journal as extensively as you have time and as you wish, or draw something, whatever feels like it's a good thing to process this. Sleep over it, reflect over it again, come back to it, and maybe next time you are taking a decision, or you have taken a decision, maybe come back to your notes and see, have I learned anything from this experience? And you could repeat it for yourself. And maybe, like for me, it might help you to bit by bit create like a map of your inner experience when you make decisions. And then maybe when you make a bigger decision, you have a little bit more that you already understand about yourself. This is what I experience when I want something. Like there might be something over there that you think, oh yes, I know that feeling. That usually happens when I really, really want something. Or there might be something else that you recognize that, you know, oh, I know there's something that's a really bad sign. If I experience this, then that's usually probably not a good decision. Or I really don't want that. Yeah, so that was the choice map, or part of the choice map, let's put it like that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day or evening, wherever you are. And hopefully see you next time. Thank you for playing. Bye-bye.